What's up, good people? Hey, today I want to talk about a journey of healing. Some call it the dark night of the soul, overcoming challenges. Um, but this was definitely a process that I had to go through for the past 3 years, and it shaped me in many ways. And they usually do. In life, what you'll find that whenever you're faced with something that shakes your foundation that you have to work to overcome without help from the outside, it usually makes you a better person. You can look back and say, if that didn't happen to me then, who would I be now? Yeah. And I can definitely say that this process sharpened my spiritual skills. It unlocks certain gifts, it strengthened my relationship with God. Um, it was critical and to my path going forward. It's very hard, very long, but I'm coming out the other end of it now. So I'd like to share a little bit of that with you today. It might help somebody. I am not a doctor. I have no special license or skills in healing or medicine. So let that be known. But this is what happened to me. I came down with a stomach issue out of nowhere. I was bloating, slight burning in my stomach, and it just caused me a lot of discomfort. Not pain, but just I didn't feel right. I felt wrong. So I went to the doctors, took every test you could think of one by one. I had the highest scan for the gallbladder. I had all the blood work you could take, all the urine tests you could take. I had the gastro top and bottom scoped, samples taken, clean as a whistle. I was given the green light of health for every test, even functional medicines. They didn't really come back with much other than I had some bad bacteria in my stool. That was about it. Um, so, years would go by and just going through this process of trying to eliminate foods that might have been hurting me. And I refined my diet, took it all the way down to the bare minimum supplements, everything you could think of. And I just threw everything at the wall, right? Literally, the kitchen sink at the wall is what I was doing. And nothing helped. After my functional health medicine visits, I did get a level of relief. Let's say I pushed it up to about 50, 60%, better, but it was never gone. My condition was never gone. I never felt right, and I certainly couldn't eat whatever I wanted. So, we're working on maybe 4 years of just involvement with this. And finally, I'm coming out the other end. And here is what I did. All right. So, turns out I had H. pylori in my stomach. The breath tests and blood tests didn't show this. Even the sample that the gastro did of my stomach lining didn't show this. It finally was picked up by a special stool test um, from my functional practitioner, a ZMAP test, I think it was called. In any event, no, zonulin. Zonulin was the test. Zonulin levels will be raised if you have like a leaky gut. That was the first kind of clue. Anyway, tests also confirmed I had H. pylori in my stool, which means it was in my stomach and then migrated down from there. It caused me all kinds of issues. Probably was one of the leading causes of causing the leaky gut. And apparently also there's a relationship with the H. pylori and these other opportunistic bad bacteria strains. There's several of them. I won't go into all of them. I mean, if you have them, if they show up in a test, you have work to do, right? But this functional practitioner, over her time, have noticed that, yeah, people with H. pylori, it kind of opens the door to these other pathogens down the road, downstream. So in any event, the way to tackle this was a special tea out of South Africa called Matula, Matula. Very expensive. Takes about 5 to 6, 7 days to come, to your house. So it's not, you can't just buy it off of Amazon. You have to buy it direct, and it's $200. So expensive tea, but it's actually a money back guarantee. How many people have actually got that successfully or needed it. I don't know. I don't even pay attention. There might be one bad review, on their website or something. But hey, I'm here to tell you it's legit. You have to take it for about a month, morning and evening. I actually did it for about a month and a half. I bought two cases, because my stuff was apparently tested to be antibacterial resistant. So I think I had the bad stuff in me. Anyway, so I took this tea, I cleared that out, and then towards the end, I started taking probiotics. Now, the probiotic, prebiotic, all the whatever, it's all one thing, is called seed. And it turns out that seed has L. reuteri bacteria in it, which is great because I started making that on the side. So I took seed toward the tail end of the tea. So I cleared everything out, started taking the probiotics and the L. reuteri yogurt, which I was making at home. And then all the other good supplements for healing gut, glutamine, zinc, vitamin C's, vitamin D's, the normal mix of like good vitamins to take for just general health. It also helps with gut. But one other key part that I found. So that protocol was great for scraping, removing, and then restoring my natural gut flora. Yes, wonderful. The key part was because my stomach was so damaged with that H. pylori, I mean the stomach lining and everything, I started taking grass-fed cow colostrum. I don't have the company in front of me, but you can do some research. There's only really one company that's the leading provider of this type of supplement. And I'd take the pills apart, put it in water, 4 or 5 of them twice a day, morning and night. And I'm telling you, I could feel it. It started healing my gut. And so now when I start eating foods, I don't eat different foods. I still stick with the, your carnivore diet with a little bit of good stuff on the side, maybe some avocado, maybe some hummus, vegetables are kind of limited to cauliflower or carrots. But I have zero gluten. I don't eat sugary snacks. I don't have crackers, nothing. The only snack I get is like a potato chip. And I make sure that potato chip is made with like olive oil or something nice, no seed oils, scrape that as well. So I stick to a nice diet. It's broader than what it was, but it's still, in my eyes, like an optimal diet. Some sauerkraut, fermented sauerkraut stuff, tossed in every once in a while as well. But it's shown a remarkable improvement. I don't have the irritability, the cloudy thinking, lack of energy. And before, if I ate a meal, it didn't matter what I ate. Afterwards, I'm laying down in that bed behind me and I'm sleeping, not really sleeping, but just I can't move for about an hour. And then finally I can get up, maybe get some vitamin C, maybe some cup of coffee, and then I can, finish out the rest of the day. I was like that for almost 4 years. I still had to coach basketball, run around with these boys, do everything in my house. With this condition, somehow I made it all happen. But man, looking back, I don't wish this on anybody. So these are the few things that I've noted and outlined here. It's definitely worth the shot following. I might make a follow-up video if I want to add some more content. I'll put some links in the description below of the actual medicine I was taking. And if anyone helps find those online instead of searching them on their own. So yeah, best of luck to everybody out there with digestive issues, because I certainly had it. But hey, if you win, the process is worth it.